Card Junkies.
Alright. Welcome to the Card Junkies. My name is Hobbitkrom.
I'm Tommy T.
Hell yeah. So we're doing it this way. We've had a few requests from some viewers and subscribers, and wanted to be a little bit more personable. I think that's the word, right?
Okay. That's the word.
Okay. Well, I can't read or write, so this is where I struggle with a few things. So anyways, we're coming to you with a new deck tech today. It's super budget. It's called Thundercats.
Oh.
Boom.
Thunder! 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 Thundercats!
Anyways, now back to the deck tech. Tell me, why don't you start off soft with our lands?
So first off, we're starting with 4 Evolving Wilds.
Going to 4 fortified villages, which are the reveal lands. You reveal a plains or a forest. Comes with play on tap, helps with early game.
Then we're moving on to 4 Sacred Groves. Cycle, especially late game, you'll be able to draw a card when you don't need the land anymore.
Alright, and then we're going to finish it off with 6 forests.
4 Plains.
Total of 22 lands right there for you. Just because it helps with our curve, we have a little bit of a higher curve, so we want to run at least 22 lands. That's kind of scraping the edge right there. Leading into our 1-drops, we're going to start with Sacred Cat. It's just a strong kitty. You know, 1 for 1 lifelinker, and bombs. Always good.
Then we'll start with another Attune of the Aether. We'll go with 4 of those.
Energy being one of our staples in our deck. So we get Thundercats, you know, little lightning.
Oh. We'll move on to Scythe Leopard. We'll run 4 of those.
It's a lot of early aggro right there. You know, that's why one of the big keys of us running the Evolving Wild. But yeah, it's just simply good for the early game, get a little bit of damage in. Now we're going to move on to our 2-drops with a highspire infusion and keep them with the energy, try and get a little bit of pump.
4 of them.
Then I'm going to go with this one because it's one of my favorite cards of all time. It's a long tusk cub. Super great in the meta right now. 2 for a 2/2, replenishes your energy. Get that out early. Really, you know, just progresses the game on forward. One of our bigger threats. And I have Yellow Fever from the Power Rangers when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
You know that, you know, like saber-tooth tiger, I'm like, rawr, and I'm like, oh yeah, Trini, rest in peace, baby.
Next, we'll move on to 4 Oath of the Ajanis.
3.
Oh, that is 3. Yeah, we are running 3. Primarily for pump and to get our Planeswalker out fairly quick and when we get to them.
Yep, it reduces our curve a little bit, you know. Being that John is a kitty fits the theme. We're going to go with 2 Watches of the Dead. Being a former mortician, card kind of, you know, just has a little piece of my heart with it. We're going to move to our 3-drops with 3 aetherstream leopards. Energy, still with the energy theme. I know people think that's a little weird, kind of janky, but when you take its bra off, it has enough tits where we can kind of get through. 2/3 trample's never bad. The butt, you know, the butt on it's not bad. Just a little bit of cup at the end, just to make you happy.
Well, when you're running with 2 different playstyles, me being lifelink and janky, him aggro and fucking fisting you the whole time. That's what you come up with. Another 3-drop we're running is the Prowling Serpoard.
Serpoard.
I knew that. That's what I said. We're running 2 of those.
Alright. We're running 2 main board. The Prowling Serpoard is really great against counter decks. You know, people are playing Drakehaven a lot, or Crush of Tentacles, or, you know, blue, just as a general things with Steamer decks. Coming back with the Octopus Eldrazi, I forget its name. Elder Deep Fiend. But so that's just always good, a strong counter, especially, you know, Teamer Tower is huge right now too. People love playing that. And the cool thing about the Serpoard is it's actually a creature of lore from Egypt. So it's not really a made up word where people are like, well, what's a Serpoard? It's actually, you know, a mythical creature from Egypt.
I did not know that. Fact of the day.
Woo!
So now on to our 4 drops. We're using the stalking tiger. We're running 2 of those.
The stalking tiger, watch it roll.
Watch it roll.
I mean roar, roar. Running that as a 4-drop, we're running 2 of them. It's got some value in the fact it can only be blocked by 1 creature. That's kind of nice. It has more value once we hit our 5 drops, which is the... Tommy, can you say this word now?
Yeah, that's the regal caracal.
There you go. Look at that caracal.
Gains, bro.
Yeah. Regal caracal being the whole reason we actually make this deck, because it's the cat lord. So why not actually run the lord?
They actually pulled it on paper. I think that's what the discussion came about.
Yeah, it was one of the bigger value things. I got to play it in the pre-release, so super fun. Huge value there. Playing it online, it's been a lot of fun. Just when you drop it out, makes everything you have a bigger threat. Makes Scythe Leopard move into late game actually be viable. And Stalking Tiger turns into a 4/4 life sinker that has to only be blocked by 1 creature. So we have a little bit of evasion there.
And moving on to our 6-drop.
Ajani Unyielding, which is one of my favorite planeswalkers in the format, and also being a kitty fits theme. Even though he doesn't have a type besides Ajani. But he has a lot of prowess in the deck, being with you can put any of our non-spell permanents into our hand, reveal 3 cards. It's his possibility. His -2 ability to exile creatures is absolutely astonishing. Great for removal. Main board right now has a lot of answers there, and his ult is just kind of win all. It takes a little bit to get there, but if we do have to force that way, it's just a win all. 5 counters on everything. Just beautiful.
We are running just 2 of them though.
Right. Now we're gonna move on to our sideboard.
Well, we got 4 fragmatizes, primarily for artifact decks, Marvel Works. You know, a lot of people been playing that lately.
Yeah, that's definitely been one of the bigger turnouts in the Pro Tour this year. And then you have to think too, like Hobbitkrom being run still, even in black-green energy, which snuck its way to the top 8 in the Pro Tour. And Marty Vehicles is still primarily the most played deck at the Pro Tour. So that really helps us with that. We're going to move on to 3 stasis snares. Just kind of a good way for bomb removal, as long as it isn't hexproof or any of that jankiness.
2 cast outs.
It's just a good catch-all, and if we need to, we can always cycle it. Cycling is a huge thing right now. The next thing is we're going to go run into 2 fumigates.
Population control.
Yep, token decks are big as well. You're looking at Death and Taxes there, Hepatra, all that sort of junk. Moving on to our last 2 cards, I guess, would be one would be Heroic Intervention. We run 2 of those. It's a great combat trick. Gives all of your stuff hexproof as well as indestructible. So great combat trick if you're going against decks with water removal, things like that. Keep your regal caracal alive. And then we're going to finish it off with 2 prowling serpoards to finish out that playset. In case we need to switch from the leopard to the prowling serpod where we're all about tits and not ass. Just to kind of combat those counter decks more, because typically we'll probably lose that matchup early on because our curve moves so high. So we would need to drop them on turn 3, and see them every game from there on. This is my problem. I can't read or count, and I don't know why my job is to be doing this. But that helps us that a lot, and that's Thundercats.
We appreciate you watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and catch us on our next deck. We are the Card Junkies. Have a great night.
Yep. Thank you again.